Hey guys, welcome to my first video on my Gibbsy channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Wintercraft texture pack which is in the marketplace. Like, a lot of the stuff is just like, you run of the mill stuff, like right here I've got some stones, and then the more you get along you can see some really cool stuff. Like, first off, we got these, and a big thing to note which I built over here. I'm going to look down so you can't see anything else. The big thing that I did over here is you can see it's quite hard to mine sometimes, especially with, in my opinion, the two most important blocks, which is iron makes barely a difference. This is the original stone, as you can see. Okay, that's the original stone. This over here is cobblestone, and this is like, they are very similar, and then there's cobblestone. So one thing, yeah, so the iron, I personally think, looks very similar, so it's kind of hard to mine for because there's hardly a difference. I usually, when I'm mining, just look for like this sort of circle shape, and that's how I tell, but then there is kind of a circle shape in the stone. Another thing is the diamond ore looks very similar as well in colour scheme, and personally I think that the diamond ore should be a bit more pointy in the actual ore. I just think that would be like, that would make it look a lot better, but I do like the ores. Coal I think looks really good. As you can see, we got emerald ore, iron, gold, diamond, lapis, redstone and copper. You can see these are the blocks, and it's got like a little snowflake on it to represent, you know, the winter theme. And over here you got the woods. The woods don't really do a lot. There's a big sort of theme in this texture pack. It's got the birch, there is barely any difference, but it's got snow on it, which is a big theme. As you can see during all of this, there's a lot of blocks have thing on it. Another thing I want to mention before we get onto the mobs, which a lot of the mobs are really cool, is the sky. The sky is really cool. I love this blue colour. At night it's like this, but the blue is black, and it looks really cool. You know, here are the mobs. So we got chicken, obviously, the pig, which I think looks really cool, the cow, which is probably one of my favourite things. They've brought such a simple animal, just made it look so cool, and that's what I love. The bee I think is really cool, with a little blue tint on the top. Then we got the sheep, which you know, it looks rough and same with how it's all dyed. The wolf, which I'm a big fan of, it seems to be like a husky. Then we got the polar bear, which obviously can't go wrong with a polar bear no matter what. Cats, there's a big thing with the ocelot and the cats, which is that they sort of have like this weird like Christmas jumper on, or sweater, whatever you want to call it. And the cat's really cool with it on it. And with the mushroom, which I personally don't really like, I think it would have been better if it should have been the exact same as the cows. Some missing things there. We've got the rabbit, which just has like little tiny buttons on. And then over here we've got, I tried to get as many variations of the llamas as possible. So we got this one, which, you know, sort of looks a bit like Frosty. And we've got this one which looks kind of default. And then we've got this llama, which I personally really like. I think it looks really cool. I love the green. I think it's a really cool green colour. And then we got some of the horses, like that one. This one kind of looks just normal. This one's just got some like snow on it. Like this one though, this one is really cool. And we've got the bat, you can kind of see just flying around there. And we've got the parrots. The parrots I think are really cool, especially I spawned quite a few parrots, and these two are definitely the best colours. The light green and the sort of blue. But the back is always that colour, which is really cool. Then we got the donkey. This is a mule. And we got the skeleton horse. Skeleton horse don't really look that different. Zombie horse, which looks quite cool. Then we got the turtles. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the turtle looks a lot bigger in this texture pack. It just, like, it seems to take up nearly like this entire pen. Then we got the panda, and the pandas look really cool because they have this little hat on. I think it would have been better though if they made this little pom pom actually stick out. So it looks really cool. It's just flat. Alright, hug. Then we have the fox. The foxer does look really cool in this texture pack. This is the creeper. Yeah, it looks quite cool. I think it's supposed to be a bit like icy. Over here you've got the silverfish, which doesn't look too different. I think his eyes are different, if you can see them through the fence right there. Then we've got the skeleton, which I think looks really cool. Then we have the wither skeleton, which I think is really cool. Over here we have the husk, which I think is just looks amazing. Slime spiders. Now the spiders look really cool in this texture pack. This is just your normal spider, not a cave spider. And I love the colour scheme of the eyes and the mix with the body. That just looks amazing. The zombies, we have this nice blue head. Looks very nice. I'm not sure. Right, this is a zombified piglin. I couldn't actually remember those. They look very different in this texture pack. So we got a zombified piglin. I love that the little sort of ribs thing there. The swords and stuff you'll see later on over there. This is the husk, which is basically the desert zombie. And this is the drowned. Now the drowned I think could have had a lot better work, personally. I think it just looks, it doesn't really look very wintry. This is the magma cube, which I think looks really cool. I think it'd be better if it was more of like a Christmas pudding. That would have been cool. Then we have the witch. Now I really like the witch. I think the witch looks really cool. I've never noticed how their nose moves. I've never noticed that before. Yeah, with this nice little coat on, you see this sort of trend with the coat on a lot of the villager type things. Then we have the cave spider, which is a bit like the other spider, just a bit smaller, and I think it's got a bit more blue. If you compare that to that, it's got a lot more blue on it, this one. Then we have the zoglin, which again is just amazing. I love the blue mohawk. That's a really good touch. This is just a baby version of the zombified piglin, which is the one that was over there. And next up we have the zoglin again. I don't know how to do them. And then next we have the shulker, which looks really cool. You can see sort of I'll remove that. In the fence it's got like a blue head, which I think looks really cool. Don't know what's supposed to be there. Next we have the blaze. Now the blaze, I'm getting to look at it, does look really sick. This is an evoker. I'm not sure if there's any vets nearby. There seems to be 2 evokers here for some reason. This is the Vindicator, and I really like the Vindicator. Yeah, I really like the coat, like kind of coat on this guy. Then next we have the Pillager, and then at the end here we have the Ravager, which I can get a good look at. This does look really cool. I love the horn, like these little bits up here. Oh, these look really cool. And then next up I'm going to show you what the Nether looks like now. There's what the Ghast looks like. I'll fly over there so you can have a better look. Yeah, this is what the Ghast looks like, but this is what the Nether update looks a bit like. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, these are the magma blocks. I'm guessing this is the grass. The lava. I mean, to be fair though, how are they going to make frosty lava? But still, I think the lava could have done some better work. I think it could have been a bit like more of sort of like the bottom of the ghast kind of colour. Now the netherite in this texture pack looks amazing. It's like this kind of purple colour. You can see with the netherite sword. It looks amazing. Which, by the way, the elytra is this yellow thing I've got on, which looks amazing. The armour, this is what the armour looks like. And then next up, this is what the scrap ingot looks like. I just thought that looked a bit kind of cool. It looks a bit like them beans. Oh, you can see going on there. That's what the Wandering Trader looks like. Show you that now. This is what the netherite brick looks like. This is the trident, which I think is really cool. I'm not sure what it looks like. Alright, so that's what it looks like when you're holding it. It looks a bit weird when you're holding it, but on the item frame it looks cool. There's the elytra that I just showed. Here's the bow. The bows I wouldn't say too different. It's just sort of different colour scheme. Then we got the crossbow. The crossbow does look really cool in this texture pack, as you can see right there. The crossbow does look amazing. And next up we have the fishing rod, which I just thought looked quite cool. The little tip of it is sort of light blue, which is pretty cool. These are just some blocks that I thought looked really nice. So this is a lodestone. Then we have the sponge. Then we've got the wet sponge. Then we have the obsidian. Then the crying obsidian. Look how cool that crying obsidian was. If you're making like a sort of neon build, that would look sick as like the roof. Then next up we have bedrock, soul sand, crafting table, cartography table, fletching table, smithing table, beehive. Now the reason I put all these together is just so that I can show you that 90% of the time in this pack, a block will literally just be the original block but with ice on it. And over here we got the campfires. Campfires don't really look much different. I personally don't. I put these 2 blocks together because I don't really like them. I think this little corner of it looks weird on this one, but the fact that it just only goes around the edge just looks weird. I think if this sort of design was all over the top, that would look amazing. But it just doesn't look. It's just not all that for me. And the smoker and the respawn anchor glowstone. So it's got some stars on it in this texture pack, which is really cool. And if I just put that in, that's what it ends up looking like. You got that little swirl on top. And next up we have the brewing stand. And I put these two together because I wanted to show you, you can hardly tell the difference between the normal anchor and the very damaged anchor. And that's the very damaged anchor, not just the damaged anchor, the very damaged anchor. And then next up we've got the grindstone, which looks very cool. Now the next thing I think looks amazing, and that is the enchanting table. The enchanting table looks amazing. And then next up we have the bookshelf. The bookshelf and the what is it called, a lectern. They are pretty much the exact same thing. They're literally the original block, but they've got like some snow on them. I do like how the snow is on top of the books. There though, the cauldron just is like, I like the colour scheme of the cauldron. Could be a little bit better though. And it's just got some snowflakes around the outside. This is the composter. Composter I think is quite cool. The chest. Now I know what I said about these two blocks. I don't really like how they go around the outside. But what I do really like in this texture pack is the chest. The chest I think is really cool. I think this little yellow bit should have been like that colour. Then next up we've got the barrel, and then the light grey shulker box. This is what the shulker boxes look like. I just wanted to show you that they've got like the snowflake on it and all that. This is obviously the note block, which I think it looks a bit weird, just the music block on it, because a lot of the time I would actually use these in proper builds, but it just looks weird because it's got the music block. Then next up we have the jukebox, which just has a little star on it. And then next up we've got the sea lantern, which is really cool. Now the torches and the lanterns in this texture pack are really cool. And I especially like the soulstone torch with that little like ridge around it. It looks really cool. So we got these, and then we've got this, which is again just amazing. I love the colour scheme on that. Bell is just normal, and I'm going to show you what the end looks like, but first this is what the end portal looks like. And that in there, don't really know what that is. Oops. But anyway, I'll go and I'll show you what the end dragon looks like. Now, personally, I haven't seen this. Don't know how they got there. I personally haven't seen this yet. So there's the Enderman, if you want to see. I'm not sure really what they're based off of. But then here is the Ender Dragon. So the Ender Dragon, oh, just went for the obsidian. The Ender Dragon is really cool. The texture pack is, to be fair, literally just a blue version of the normal Ender Dragon. I've seen a few texture packs where the Ender Dragon is really cool. Here's a little look at what the things look like, and you can just see how cool the obsidian is in this texture pack. Okay, so I'm back. Sorry about that break. I didn't realise you could just change to survival just to reset it. But yeah, that is what the thing looks like. The end. And this is what the doors look like. They're kind of the run of the mill. You know, this looks really cool. I do like the oak door. And then next I think that's pretty much it. I do like these two doors though. They look really cool. Next up I'm going to show you the paintings. And the paintings in this texture pack are amazing. So over here we've got this little roadway. These are really big ones. I think a lot of the trend for most of the paintings in this texture pack that they can be used as windows, especially the small ones. We've got this one. We've got this one. This one, which is got a little penguin, another flower, a lot of flowers, some snowflakes, some icicles, another big snowflake, this polar bear, which is my favourite, and we have some flowers. I think these are these two wide ones, the main ones that can be used as windows, such as that one. This one, I guess, not so much. This one, don't know why I have that twice. This one, I guess, could be used as windows. This one could be used as windows. These small ones, I don't think are very good. We've got that one, that one, that one. That one. So there's a bigger version of this one somewhere. And we have that one, and we have that one, which this one looks like a Bob Ross painting, not gonna lie. And then next up we've got this one, which I think is just, you know, same as the rest, not very good. And we have the more big ones. I like this one. I really like this one. This one's really cool. Then we have this one, which this one is amazing. I love the little dog on it. And it looks really weird when you go up close, but then when you walk away, it actually looks really good. And then over here we've got just like a normal pathway, as if you could run up it, which I think this one would be really cool if you could build like a little secret base behind it or something. And then we've got the northern lights as a painting, which looks amazing. I put these orange blocks here 'cause these are smooth sandstone and just like sort of sandstone stuff. I think, oh, these are red, sorry, sandstone, sorry. I think these just look amazing, I'm going to be honest. These, just the orange colour of them, they just look really cool. I think these blocks could be used because they go so well just together, like even especially like these two, they just go so well together that I think they could be used to make a really good build. But now I'm going to show you some of the skins. So if I just take my armor off, you can see this is one of the skins that that you could use. I've only got a few skins, which, by the way, if you guys want to see any other marketplace items that aren't too expensive, then I will gladly buy them and showcase them if you really want to see them. Got this Yeti skin, which I'll do a full tour with all of them. So we've got this Yeti skin, which I think is quite cool. This Night skin, which I also think is quite cool. This one, which is just sort of, you know, hey ho potato. Then we've got this one, which was the one that I was just using, looks pretty cool. We've got this one, which is okay. This one, which is the creeper, which looks really cool, and I think a lot of people have already spotted that there's a zombie one coming up. This one, which I don't really like, I think his eyes are a bit too exposed. This one, which is just a brown version of this one, but it looks a lot, you know, I think I personally prefer this blue one. Then we have the zombie, the skin, and we got this, which I think looks a bit like the original Wandering Trader, which I think is really cool. I think the best two skins out of this, though, is this guy and this guy, which is just really cool. Yeah, that is basically the end of the video. If you guys think that I missed out anything, any big mobs, any like certain structures that you think I should have showed, then make sure to comment that down below, and I will try and do that for you in the next video. Also comment, like I just said, any other texture packs or any other marketplace items that you want me to showcase. Alright, here's the final question though. Is this worth, which by the way I don't know if I mentioned, it is £3.29, but is it worth the £3.29? Honestly, I think it is. It's a texture pack that you can easily use in survival, because you can easily tell the tools apart. There's a few texture packs where you can hardly tell like anything. This one you can actually tell stuff apart, and I have a survival world which I have this texture pack on. It just makes everything look really good. Sometimes there are a few blocks which you can like hardly tell what it is, such as like the shulker box or the maybe the smoker. The smoker you can probably tell. There's a few blocks like the sponge, like that. This end one, I can't remember what that was. You can go back in the video if you want to see that. I feel like I missed anything, make sure to comment that down below. For a little dog up here. If you think I missed anything, make sure to comment that down below. But apart from that, that's all from me.